Alright, so quick video I want to make just about how to remove failed prints. I made a post a while ago on I think Instagram and Facebook just showing a picture and explaining the process, but I figured I had an opportunity with a failed print that I would show you how I do it. So anyway, this is a test print where I'm testing a new way to print models, sort of a faster way. You can see that it's a very, very small attachment area that is adhered to the build plate. So anyway, I'm kind of prototyping, which I expect to have failures when I prototype, and so it's not a big deal, but I don't want to have a big hassle with getting it off. So what I do know is if you come in here, I'll show you, if you see the failed print is right down. I'm trying to move this out of the way. You can see it right down here. This is it. So how do we get this off? I would not advise taking a metal instrument in there unless you're really skilled at it, because you can scrape it. I know some people do, and that's fine, but just know you're in the risk. I can usually get a failed print off with my gloved fingernail. It doesn't always, well, actually it has always worked that I've tried. It shouldn't always work, but I'm going to see if I can get it to work. Now, one of the things that's important is we don't want to accidentally break it, okay? Because if you break it, now you have little pieces to go fish out. Now, if you can get it all out in one fell swoop, then it's much easier to deal with. So what I'm doing right now, come over here, Angie. I've got my fingernail partly under. You can't see, but I am running my finger and tracing it along the entire edge. Now, when it's a thinner failed print, it's much easier. This was a very thick one, so it's much more rigid. So it is going to take a little more time, a little more patience, but patience will pay off. Don't be rushed with it, because one of the things is if you do break it, you end up having to filter out all the resin, and which isn't a big deal, but I'd rather avoid that if I can. So bear with me for a second here. Okay, so I did break off one piece. That's fine. It didn't break off in a little bunch of tiny pieces. Here it's released. It's sliding, it's kind of turning on me, which is fine. I just don't want to rush it and assume that it's going to just come off in one piece. Again, I'm trying very carefully to keep it intact. There is my piece. I'm going to set it right here. I'm going to give Angie the wonderful job of picking this up in a second. But I'm going to feel down here, and there is nothing. If you look, you can see that it's crystal clear everywhere. So now I don't need to go bother making Angie clean all this up and refilter all the resin out. It's good to go. In fact, I will go ahead and use my gloved hand, pick up these two pieces. Good. That's it.